Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rebuild It. This is the finale of the Maverick, 2015 Maverick. So we're going to jump in that thing, and after we finish a few little details on it, hopefully take it for a nice spin and reveal to you the price of everything we spent on it, what we have in it as a total number, and what else we're going to do.
Take it for a rip.
Yeah, rip the fire out of it.
The fire.
Alright, let's get started. Well, I did a little tweaking on the bumper after I took it for a ride, and I think I got it straight. Look at the points on the both left and right side in relation to the green trim on the headlights. I think I'm straight finally. So, but then as I was out in the sunlight, I got to realizing everything else looks so new. The doors look pretty cruddy. So I'm probably going to take this center panel out and get it out and paint it, and then do some painting on this top bar. I don't want to take this part off. I think I can wrap everything around it where I won't get paint on anything when I spray it, but to take it off I would have to take all this back off, and that's a pain. So I think I'm just going to do that, and then I might end up spraying the front bumper, and that's it. Alright, I thought I'd show you. I went ahead and replaced, remember that grommet that was bad back there? I got a kit that had all that stuff in it, so I replaced that there's a stud that goes up through there, and replaced the grommet and all the stuff on this side. So all that's been replaced, so now I'll put that back together and I'll get some painting done on the doors. Alright, so I've got the Can-Am covered up for the do some little painting for the doors and the front bumper. That's all I need to do is the outsides. Insides still look good. So I'll spray those and show you when I'm done. Alright guys, so I've got the doors and the bumper painted, and that looks way better now that we have shiny doors that match the rest of the shiny new body panels. And the front bumper, I kind of did a thing I like. I did the center part in a flat black, it says Bad Dog, and then I did all the outside edges in a satin, or they call it semi-flat, but it looks like satin. It's the same as the doors, so I kind of thought that was cool looking. So this thing is complete. I've even got all the signal stuff hooked up, like it's got turn signals and these little add-on stuff like a horn. So this stuff you can use you don't have to give hand signals when you're driving it if you're driving on an actual county road. That's legal in some places. So everything's done on it. I'm really happy the way it turned out. Guys, the price breakdown, we'll be interested to see if you think it was a good deal or not, with all the work and what we have now with the money we got in it. So I've got Andy here with me, and we are going to do the fun part now, since we've done all the price breakdown and all the boring stuff, the work on this thing for several weeks. Let's do some fun run.
you on-roaders would call a 0 to 60. Found a nice, lovely back road here. We're gonna give it a whirl, see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. Good grief. Oh my word. If you couldn't hear what Dad said, he said he hasn't even floored it yet. Okay, you gotta ride in this thing. So Dad tossed me the keys, and as per the custom, I'm getting to rip this thing around a little bit and see if I can punch it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. From your skull at like 65. It's terrifying. Too fast for me.
Okay guys, here's the price breakdown for the 2015 Can-Am Maverick with 3,000 miles on it. Okay, at the auction, we bought it for $3,800 was our winning bid. Fees were $723. Fuel to get there to pick it up, $112.80. The control arm that we bought, and most of these parts were right from Can-Am. That was $183.98. The axle shaft was $99.99. All the body panels and decals were $1,543.23. Oil change $64.85. Miscellaneous bolts $23.28. The little float we used to fix the gas tank $9.83. Bulb, we had a burned out headlight bulb, $19.10. Clutches, this is primary and secondary clutches and all the little parts that we needed for those, $1,445.54. The exhaust, which was probably the best deal on this, was $285. Battery, little ATV battery, $117.87. And the drive belt, $82.28. Comes to a grand total of $8,510.75. So let us know in the comments section down below, is that a good deal? $8,510 for a Can-Am that looks 80% new, I'd say. So tell us what you think down below. Is that worth all the work? What do you think I can sell it for? And will I make any money on this? All right, so we're back from our first ride with this thing, or our final ride with this thing. What do you think?
So I have driven a lot of what some people would call quick cars in my day. I mean, I daily drive a 6-speed 13 Mustang GT with the Coyote in it. It's got 450 horsepower. I've driven that Challenger, I've driven the ZR1, and this thing was more terrifying, hands down, than all of those put together to ride.
It's because you feel like you have no control. It's like when you gun it, it's like all swirly. It's like it's spinning out in the back, and the front end wants to rise up. Then you have no steering. It's just like.
And the faster you go, the more you feel like you're driving it on top of water. I mean, it's like you're driving a boat. It's so the faster you go, the less control you have, the scarier it gets.
And I never like when I did it, I wasn't like flooring it like all the way. It's like once you get going and you really gun it, I mean, it's scary.
Even the 060 that we shot was not him putting it all the way to the floor. It was still like 3/4 throttle.
But it is super fun, and I'm glad we got to do one of these just
absolutely, yeah.
to have the experience, what it feel like. But I think if I was going to buy one myself to use, I would buy the farm version probably with a dump bed and all that, so I could like haul firewood and all that kind of stuff. Because this is really, I mean, there's no use for it other than just going fast, really. I mean, yeah, you can do some rock climbing and that kind of stuff, but it's made for speed.
If you were to take this out to a desert, I think that'd be about the perfect place to use it.
Yeah.
You have a lot more fun out there.
Jumps and that kind of stuff. But it is a lot of fun. But hope you guys enjoyed this build, and I don't remember how many episodes we had with it, but just hope you enjoyed it and share it with your friends if you did. And make sure that you give us a thumbs up below and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, because that's what makes our channel grow. So we'll see you next week on, I'm not sure what we're doing, I guess probably a Challenger maybe next week. And we have another special episode coming up real soon. It's going to be kind of a cool thing on something we did in the past. So stay tuned for that. So we'll see you next week.
And always remember, don't retire it if you can rebuild it. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and watching this week's episode of Rebuild It. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. Have a good one.